There's a chance the U.S. military mission against the Islamic State could expand beyond Iraq. Reports suggest the U.S. has already begun surveillance flights over Syria, and airstrikes could be next. CCTV's Jim Spellman joins us in the newsroom with details.
Mike, U.S. officials aren't saying much, but it's clear that increasingly they view the Islamic State as a global threat.
After 2.5 weeks of airstrikes against the Islamic State militants in Iraq, the United States has now begun surveillance missions over Syria. That's according to several U.S. media reports, citing unnamed sources in President Obama's administration, though officials have little to say on the record.
You can't confirm that you were authorized to fly aircraft over Syria.
I'm not going to talk about intelligence matters.
Final thing.
But increasingly, U.S. officials are talking about the Islamic State as a threat that extends well past the borders and the current U.S. military mission in Iraq.
This is a serious threat from a serious group of terrorists, and we need to stay mindful of doing what we need to do to protect American citizens at home and abroad. And it's been stated before, we're not going to hold ourselves to geographic boundaries in order to accomplish that job.
Earlier this month, President Obama began the military mission in Iraq with two goals: protecting Yazidi minorities under attack from IS fighters and protecting U.S. personnel. But U.S. officials are indicating a potentially broader mission in Syria.
What interest do you have there?
Well, I think one of the interests and the factors we're certainly looking at is the safety and security of the American people, of our homeland.
Is the goal of the United States government to destroy ISIS?
Well, certainly that is a long-term goal.
But President Obama still vows that the U.S. military engagement will be limited.
American combat troops will not be returning to fight in Iraq, will not allow the United States to be dragged back into another ground war in Iraq.
The U.S. says that if the military mission against the Islamic State extends into Syria, it will not seek the permission of the ruling Assad government, Mike.
Jim, there are reports that an American citizen fighting for the Islamic State was killed in Syria. What do we know about that?
His name was Douglas McCain, and he reportedly died over the weekend in Aleppo during a battle with another militant group. The 33-year-old had been living in California before converting to Islam and linking up with the IS in Syria. The U.S. State Department says they have been in touch with his family, but beyond that, we don't know much about how he connected with the group or what he was doing when he was with them in Syria. U.S. authorities are increasingly concerned, though, that foreign fighters like McCain have been traveling to the region to fight with the IS and could return to their home countries to launch attacks, Mike.
Jim Spellman from our newsroom, thank you.